Good evening, everyone. We're on live. Nice to be on here this evening. So we will wait for people to come on, see who's going to join us. Oh, yes, Dawn and Jane.
You can see up in the top corner it says 5. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
many people you've got at the moment.
Don't understand all this techno stuff. Oh, we've got 15 now. Thank you for joining, everyone. Very nice of you to put your time aside to join us tonight. I haven't been on here for quite a while, live. The last live I did was with the spiritual plumber. I expect some of you might know who he is. The spiritual plumber. He's a lovely guy. Oh, there's quite a few who are joining us. Thank you. I expect most of you know me from YouTube and Facebook and all of that. Well, welcome onto my channel. Lucy and Tom are with us tonight, so we might be taking some questions. And Jonathan should be coming through. They're also, oh, it's Lukey. Hello, Lukey. Hi, I'm glad you liked your picture. Does look nice.
So what we'd like to do tonight is we're going to let people ask Jonathan questions and Elaine questions. We're hopefully letting people join if all goes well and chat to Jonathan personally. Hopefully a couple of people. We can try that out, see how it goes.
Now, can you all hear Thomas clearly? Because we've got some microphones on here. So if any of you can let us know if you can hear Tom clearly, because he's got one on too. Yes? Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for letting us know, everyone. That's good. We just want to know these little microphones work, because I haven't tried them out before. Okay. So Tom and Lucy are here tonight with us and as moderators too. I'm in with Chris. Is that Chris? I'm in with Chris Ratters. With the Chris Ratters book. Oh yes, I've met Chris before, quite a few years ago. Can anyone do trance is dangerous? Well, I wouldn't recommend you do it on your own. I'd recommend that if you felt that you had that sort of ability, that you would go to someone who's reputable and that has experience and is a trance medium themselves or is involved in trance. We won't be giving any messages tonight, Jane. I think well, Jonathan will be taking questions though. But if you do want personal things, you can come through my website, elainethorpe.com, to have a personal conversation with Jonathan. Thank you for doing this. You're welcome. Hello, Wendy. Nice to see you again. I haven't spoken to you for a while. Does Jonathan give you messages, Elaine, from your own past family? Yeah, he does. Actually, my dad and mum, they're always around. If I want to talk to them, they're always there. And your loved ones are there too, if you want to talk to them. Oh yes, we do need a catch up, Wendy. Be lovely to see you. Saw you at the retreat, Dale. Oh, hello, Dale. Yes, your retreat thing was lovely. I really enjoyed that. You put a good show on there with all your other mediums too. It was nice to join you. I wouldn't mind doing it again sometime. What's the difference between channeling and trance? Is it the same? Yeah, I think some people name it channeling. A lot of the Americans like to call it channeling, and trance is like going into the relaxed state, and then the channeling bit is the actual speaking of the spirit through the person, through the medium. I realised I had this gift 2005. It just happened by sheer chance. But of course my father was a physical medium, so I suppose it sometimes runs in families. I'm going to see you Thursday also. Oh, on the Zoom, yes, yeah, we look forward to that. The Zoom's a nice intimate group, I think, where everybody can get together. And Nessie's on the waiting list to speak to Jonathan. Well, I look forward to seeing you. My reading brought me so much peace. I recommend everyone have one. That's very nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Evening to you. Someone else, Nicola's on the waiting list. Would you smash or pass? Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm so grateful for Elaine and Jonathan. Thank you. Okay. What's that? Okay. We've got a few people joining.
If anyone would like to speak to Elaine before she goes into trance, you can send a guest request through, and we'll try and accept that for you.
Yeah. Also, the ladies asked if anybody can join the Zoom events that we do. We have limited numbers every week. If you go onto our website, we do them once a week and we promote them every month. There is limited spaces per event, but you can buy the tickets to them on the website. If you sign up for emailing through the website, which is www.elainethorpe.com, then you'll get a notification as and when the tickets become available. But anybody can join. Everybody gets an opportunity to ask Jonathan a question directly. And it's a very safe, very welcoming circle each week that we do, and anybody is able to join those.
Yeah, that's right. It's just sort of an intimate thing, Not intimate as too intimate, because there's quite a few there, but it gives you a chance to put your questions across to my guide. Although it can be done on here, but that's just a more intimate setting for everyone. And it's a chance for people to get to know each other as well. When they come off screen, they can become friends and chat to each other. So it brings other people together as well. And we're all here to help each other on this journey. Do all spirits come through Elaine? Because I tend not to have connections. Would being skeptical matter? Well, even mediums are skeptical over certain things. We get our doubts. And I know that seeing is believing, and sometimes, I think human beings like to sort of see something, and then if they did see something, then they get scared, or then they doubt. We all have those doubts and questions inside of our minds. It's quite normal. So don't worry about it. Yes, Dawn, I do chat to Jonathan regularly, actually. Funny thing is, you're probably going to think it's strange. I even ask him to help me with my word search book. I think he does, actually, because some of the he says, you do it, and you find one. It takes me ages. They're quite fun, aren't they? They help us in many ways. Yeah, I love word search. A bit of a brain teaser. Please explain who Jonathan was. Well, he was a Victorian man. He lived in the 1800s. And he wasn't famous or anything like that. He was just a gentleman living his life like we live ours, but in a different time. And he lived in the 1800s in Islington in London. That's where he was born. He was born, sorry. My hubby loves word search. Yeah, I love it. I like things to test the brain. I love how peacefully Jonathan comes through you. Yes, he does. invite the spiritual plumber to go live together. Oh, I was just talking about you. The spiritual plumber wants to be invited.
Again, put an invite out to Mark. The invite's been sent. So if Mark wants to join us, he's more than welcome to.
Hello there, how you doing?
Hello, how are
What are
you?
you up to?
Oh, we're just doing a bit of a live. We haven't been on here for a while, apart from when I last went live with you.
I was just about to go live myself, actually, and then I just thought, oh, I've got to come and see Elaine.
Yeah, the spiritual plumber. Oh, forgive me. I keep forgetting people's names.
Mark.
Mark, that's it. Sorry. Do forgive me.
That's all right. I've been
I'll
called all the
speak
time,
to you
so
enough.
it's
I
fine.
should know.
I've been called all different names, so that's fine, not a problem.
Oh, well, Mark's got his channel, The Spiritual Plumber, and he gives people readings on there. He's excellent.
Oh,
He's
thank
excellent. He gave me a spot-on reading on there the other week. I just went on there by chance, and everything he said about my mum and everything was totally right. It was
I
really
appreciate
good.
that. I really do. A lot of the things that I come out with, I just let it. I'm like you. Half the time I'm way up there somewhere. I think I'm doing. I actually think I'm doing transit without realising it.
Yeah, I think you are a bit, because you know, you got everything spot on about my mother. You wouldn't have known anything about her because I don't talk about it on there. You know, so you wouldn't have known. There's nothing I've told you about her. How can I train myself to have clairaudience? Clairaudience is hearing. So the most common way for people to hear is when they relax and they're laying in bed, sort of relaxing, preparing to go to sleep. That's when I tend to hear them. And another way is, you know, sit quietly and perhaps don't struggle to listen, but just if anything happens, just listen peacefully, listen quietly if they have anything to say. Another way could be through meditation. You know, you could
Meditation's really good for that kind of thing.
Yeah. Can you hear me all right?
I could hear you perfectly.
Oh, good.
Are you working with Jonathan tonight, or is it just some questions you're doing tonight?
No, I'm working with Jonathan tonight. Yeah, I'd just like to talk to everybody a bit as myself for a little while before
Absolutely,
I start,
that's the whole point. It's always, you know, being yourself is the main thing.
Yeah, well, people like to get to know the me, you know.
Yeah, but don't tell Jonathan this, but I prefer Elaine than what I prefer Jonathan.
Yeah, he might come and haunt you now.
I prefer talking to Elaine than when I'm speaking to Jonathan. Yeah, you know, I feel like sometimes you get a tell enough from Jonathan, but then when I'm speaking to Elaine, it's like, yes, you speak to Elaine.
Yeah, no, you don't.
But you're both amazing. You're both amazing.
He's lovely. He's lovely. I have to listen to him sometimes. They say the same thing over and over again. You think, oh dear, I should have listened. Should have trusted my intuition, but you know what we're like.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there, Jackie. How you doing?
Oh, does she come
ladies
and
from the
see
spiritual church that knows me.
Oh, she knows. Yeah, there's probably on a few on here that know you. You've got quite a few followers, haven't you?
Same with yourself. Same with yourself.
Yeah, I'm not on here as much as you, though. You're on here quite a lot, so...
You get yourself on more often, missus.
I know, I'm always so busy with something.
You're one of the few best trance mediums on this app.
Yeah, not a lot of trance mediums do what I do. There's not a lot of people
that do trance on TikTok. And
no, they
the
don't.
fact that you've got your daughter-in-law that helps you as well is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, she's our angel, and my son Tom. They're always helping. They're good. I've got a good family, I have.
Everyone's all excited saying, is Elaine going to perform? She is going to perform, from what she's telling everyone.
Oh, yes.
We've got people eager to see Jonathan as well.
Yeah, it's like kick Elaine out of the way and get Joey.
It's like, let's forget about Elaine. Let's get Jonathan coming back.
Oh yeah, well they all
Folks,
want him.
if you're not following the lovely Elaine, make sure you follow her. She's absolutely amazing. Her evidence is outstanding. She's better than Jonathan.
Well, thanks for the emojis, everyone.
Even though I like Jonathan, she's better than Jonathan. At least she can talk to her. Jonathan just keeps like, no, next person, please. Oh, the next person. Elaine at least actually listens to you.
Well, they're all on a conveyor belt for him.
I
They're all
know, I
right
know.
with him.
It's funny though. The two yous are brilliant. The two yous are really good at what you do. The two yous. Yeah. But I'm going to
that's
let you
good.
crack on, Elaine. I'm going to let you show the world what you can do. And it's been a pleasure. Let me come in and speak to you again and everything. But we'll sort out
that's
another
all
wee
right.
night out. We'll sort another wee night out, and we'll do another one again if you want.
Yeah, it was very, very nice. I like your channel. It's lovely, and you keep that up.
You're welcome. Not a problem. It's good seeing you again. I'll let you crack on. Enjoy the rest of your night. If I don't see you, have a good Christmas.
Yes, and you too.
All right.
And hopefully a better New Year.
No problem. Speak to you later.
Thank
Speak to you
you.
later. Bye.
Bye.
Right, everyone. I suppose you're waiting for Jonathan.
Yeah, sorry, when you're ready.
Okay. Well, it won't be any messages tonight, I don't think, but there are chances to ask questions. There may be, I don't know.
We may let people in as well, like we
Yeah,
just
yeah,
have,
that's
so the
okay.
odd person. But anyone who hasn't seen Elaine before, it takes maybe a few minutes for her to go into trance, and then spirit comes through and speaks through her. So when you're ready, I think that everyone's ready to see Jonathan.
Okay. Back a bit.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us tonight.
You are welcome, sir.
This was a bit of an unexpected one. We didn't plan this today, but our plans changed a little bit. So,
well, I knew that they were going to change.
Of course.
Yes, we work everything out just right.
We did hear from Ardelia today as well that you'd visited her.
I certainly have, and I will be continuing to do so. If you sometimes wish to get Elaine to record me, I will do my best to try and speak to her.
Yeah. So anyone that wants to ask any questions, please go ahead, and me and Lucy will endeavour to ask Jonathan. So we do have a first question from Ian. He said, "Hello, Jonathan. Is the world still on track to ascend despite the terrible wars and inhumanity?"
Spiritually, yes. This is why your truths are surfacing in your world. Because not only the individual is facing their own fears and truths that are raising to the surface within you, it means that if there is going to be a worldly awakening, then all of the truth is going to surface in many, many ways. Shocking sometimes, but nevertheless, it is happening. So the world is still ascending, yes, and through negative comes positive, doesn't it? Through the darkness comes the light. So it shall be.
Thank you. And Flower Rose said, amazing. How old is Jonathan? Very old.
I have had many lifetimes, my dear. But when I passed to the spirit world in the particular previous life that I am speaking to you as now, I was only 45 years old.
And we have Cyanf did have a question. What happens when you pass away?
When you pass to the spirit world, people will experience different things, but most purport to go into the most beautiful, warm, encompassing light. And at the end of that light are your loved ones ready to meet you, ready to welcome you home. You also get a life review. You will see the most poignant moments of your life, the negatives and the positive, one might say. How you treated others, how they treated you, how you had happy times or sad times. All of your life will be put in front of you like a large cinematic screen, and you will see your life playing out in front of you.
Thank you. If we don't answer your question, please feel welcome to ask it again, because there will be some that we miss as they go down. We may not be able to answer so many personal questions on this platform, but I'm hoping that we can get one or two people in the live, so you can witness that. Mark asked, "Hi Jonathan, do you envisage being amongst us another time?"
I have no desire to come to the world at this particular time. I am guiding Elaine, but I have no desire to come into the world at any time. I will be staying in the heavens.
Trudy asked, "What's it like in the spirit world?"
Indescribably magnificent. In fact, you couldn't possibly describe it in one word or even many, because it is glorious. The light, the welcoming, the love is incredible. It is bliss, my dear. If I wanted to describe it in one or two words, I would say magnificence and bliss.
If you would like to join the live, if there is anyone out there who would like to chat to Jonathan briefly, please do let us know. Pagan Girl asked, "How many lifetimes have you had, Jonathan?" I think he did ask.
Well, the lifetimes are uncountable. Many, many lifetimes. So I will just tell you many, because there are many. Some are short, some are longer. Some where I only briefly touched the earth and went back again.
A question that a lot of people are asking in sort of different ways is if you have any advice on what's to come in the next year.
Yes. Well, most of you will be going about life as you normally do, and some of you will be experiencing changes. But if you're talking in general about globally or in your country, then there are going to be changes, a lot of changes amongst your government. There will be changes there. There will be changes in decisions. And I do believe that they will be interacting with other countries, as they do anyway, yes, but there will be changes in and around that. There will be a lot of truths coming to light in those changes, and of course that will bring about those changes as they are to be. And as I say, no truth will be left hidden, or no truth will be left unsaid. So that is going to be quite prevalent within the next 6 months.
Mel put, "What can you tell us about entity attachments, please, Jonathan?"
Yes, one might say that these are spirits that are not particularly wanting to go into the light. It is not that they are refused the light, but some of the souls may hang around and they may want to stay here and attach themselves to people, sometimes in a negative way and sometimes in a positive way. Yes, that is true. But if you are going to think of spirit, think of the spirit of the light. Be the light. Think the light. You are the light.
Okay. Deb asked, can medication hinder the wish to work with spirit?
If you are on any form of medication that is of an antidepressant, perhaps, I think that if you are going to work with spirit, then you need to get to the bottom of what has caused you the depression and perhaps work on inner healing before you would enter into something of that nature.
Anna asked, why can some of us connect with spirit world and not others?
I think that, the human mind does doubt sometimes, and it is quite normal to be questionable over something of that nature. So I think that if you trust and you are meant to be doing this sort of thing in this lifetime, that you will be led to it. I would say to you that everyone can connect to the spirit world should they choose to. But not all choose to connect in such a way as this or mediumship. They just choose to connect with spirit in the way of communicating with them in their minds, you see. So some choose to go on this spiritual journey, as Elaine has.
Mark asked, did Elaine choose Jonathan or did Jonathan choose Elaine? How did they meet?
We chose each other. We are twin souls. And twin souls, if you're going to ask, are the souls that are the reflection of one another. Yes. So there is a deep connection there that is infinite.
The Irish medium asked, can anyone develop physical mediumship?
Not anyone. I would say that if you're going to be with physical mediumship, you're going into the greater depths as you are with trance, but this is even greater, you see. So if you come to this world as a physical medium, you will have the right balance of energy to be able to allow the spirit to manifest. So it is very rare for physical mediumship to take place. It is not for all, and it is usually very controlled, because it has to be, you see, and to create a right balance for the energy to work, where the sitters are regular and they are thinking positive thoughts, and of course they are loaning their energy to the medium so that this spirit can be manifested. So it takes great dedication, and of course not everybody has the ability to do that. It is quite a rare ability.
Jess asked, how can I meet my spirit guide?
Meet with your minds, your higher self. Ask your spirit guide to send you signs that they are around. Perhaps meditate and ask them to draw close to you, to let you know that they are there. So those are just a couple of the ways that you can get them to connect with you, and ask them that. Do not be afraid to ask them. Just because you cannot hear it does not mean to say that something isn't going on.
Okay. What we'll try and do now is add somebody on that can ask some questions to you directly, if that's okay, Jonathan.
That is fine, my dear. Yes, I am just trying to stop Elaine from yawning. She is quite tired, but nevertheless, we will talk to somebody for a short while. Yes.
Thank you. So if there's anybody that does wish to join and have a chat with Jonathan one-to-one, then let me know so I can send an invite.
This one. Mel would like to.
Mel, so let me see if I can.
I think you might need to move this back a bit, my dear, just so Elaine can stretch her legs out a bit. Thank you.
Okay. It's only giving certain names that I can add. Sorry.
Yes,
Abby
well,
Jordan.
whoever is meant to join will join us. Take the first one that comes, my dear.
While we're waiting, Jackie said, can Jonathan speak to our loved ones in spirit?
If they want to come through, they will. But if they don't, I do not want to force them. Nothing is forced in spirit, of course, as you know. But whoever is meant to be here will be here if needs be.
Shy enough.
Oh, I've had some requests to join.
Okay, we'll go for one of the requests.
So if we get the Irish medium.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my dear. Can
Hi.
you hear me?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I am mighty fine. In the spirit world, that is all I can be.
Thank you. May I ask any question?
Of course, my dear. You may go ahead.
I'd like to know if what the spirit world envisions for my own mediumship, what path it will go down.
I believe that you will be standing up at the front to give readings to people in many places.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
And is there within me an ability to do physical mediumship?
I don't think that you have come into this life to do it, but you have a very strong connection to our world, nevertheless. So I do believe there is a possibility for trance mediumship, yes.
Thank you. I already sit for trance, so I know, I have a feeling trance healing will be quite big for me.
Definitely, yes.
Okay,
But
thank you so much.
when I say that you'll be talking at the front to people,
Yes.
you will be in your trance at the front.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that. Okay.
Don't be afraid, my dear. There's nothing to fear. Elaine has done it, and she is a nervous mortal. So you see, you can do it.
Okay. You see, I do platform mediumship, so I thought maybe that's what you were referring to.
Oh, yes, I know that you do it. But soon that will be heading into trance platform mediumship.
Oh, wow. And can you tell me any kind of a timeline?
Well, everyone takes a different time in order to develop. So when you feel that you are perfectly ready and that you are confident and that your guide is ready with you, then you will be led in that direction.
Okay. That's so very nice to hear. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
You are very welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We'll let the next person in. Try another. In the meantime, Jonathan, someone's asked, what is your religious faith and how would you best describe it?
Well, when I was on the earth, there is no religion in spirit. But we do not scorn anyone who is religious. You know, they are praising something beautiful, and it is comforting for them. But when I was on the earth, my mother was a Christian, and we used to go to church on a Sunday. It was quite the tradition for most Victorians to go to the church. And of course, even then, there has been many culturalisms of different beliefs over time. But in my time, that is where I went. Yes, I went locally to St. Mary's Church in Islington, which is the church where I was married many years ago.
A question from NHD asking, who were you on the earth?
My name was Jonathan James Hunter. I was born in Islington, London, in 1845, and I lived until 1891, just before my 46th birthday, which was September Yes. In my life, I led quite a good life, although I worked very hard. And of course, I had a business with my father, and he ran a horse and carriage business. We worked with the funeral people, we worked with the gentry, and these carriages would be hired out, and some of them would be fairly elaborate, and some would be carts, that sort of thing. My father built the business over many years, and when I was in the world, we were able to live quite well.
Thank you. Lucy's just looking for someone to add into the live.
We've got a
Yes.
few requests. So if I accept Linda, we give her some chance to join us.
Good morning.
Hello, my dear.
Hello.
It is good to meet you.
Same here. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
What would you like to ask?
If I have any I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. If I have any if I can become like a medium or anything like that.
Well,
Do I have that on me?
you don't necessarily become a medium, but you have it within you. Everybody is a spirit within a physical body, and so therefore everybody has an ability to connect with our world, but some have chosen to come here to do it with their lifetimes, to connect with the spirit world in order to help others, and of course for their own spiritual growth, for their soul's growth, you see. So I believe that you are wonderful at connecting with the spirit world because they have connected with you over many times. And sometimes you thought to yourself, well, what is going on? I question myself. Do I need to trust? Yes, it takes time for the human mind to trust it. We understand that, we do. And so therefore you have the ability to connect clairvoyantly, and a little bit of clairaudience is there with you too, because you have heard things, yes.
Yes. Yes.
And I know they are a little bit random with us at times, but when you are in the most relaxed state of mind, most commonly reported when people lay down to prepare to sleep, then sometimes they will hear that we are chattering away in the astral. Because sometimes we wait and come to visit you, but you can hear a lot of chatter in the astral going on. And of course, your mind is in a sort of a prepared state to sleep. So that is when you most commonly pick it up. Yes, and it is an ability, of course, yes, because you are hearing into the ethereal. And one might say that with clairvoyance, you are able to put your ego mind aside mostly and be able to trust and connect with the spirit world.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, I recommend meditation and perhaps sitting with others should you wish to, and bring it forward a little bit more. It is your choice.
I will. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
I
Thank
have
you.
plenty of it.
Thank you.
We'll have another person join when you're ready, Lucy.
Have you joined, my dear? Hello. Definitely. There is a gentleman that is doing that is very close to you, and he loves you very much. And he wants you to know he is saying, darling, don't be sad. I'm right with you. I love you. Yes. Carry on, my dear. Well, I think that you will be moving from where you are to a place where there is more people for you to interact with. And of course, you have the computer to interact, yes, or the telephone. There's a wonderful innovation that you don't have to be alone physically, but mentally, spiritually, you are not alone if you don't wish to be. You're not alone. You have a guardian angel, you have a guide, that they are with you all of your lives, so you never have to be alone because you are totally loved. You are loved. Everybody is loved. We never ever reject you. But this gentleman that you are missing is saying, I'm fine, I'm all right, I'm happy. That's right. He's saying, I want you to be happy because, life is so short and sweet, he is saying, and you might as well cram it all in and be happy and be joyous in some way. We understand that there are tests in life and it's not always happy-go-lucky, but you see, there are the good times and you've got to cling on to those parts. You are welcome. Perhaps you can talk to him next time because he will answer you. There is also a lady beside you, a younger lady that is there with you. And she is saying, bless you, darling. She's saying, I am the grandmother. I'm with Granddad. We're together. And I know how close you were to me. I always loved you, and I always will. And I have sent you some signs. But I'm going to send you to a shop, and there will be a special brooch there that I want you to have. And I'm going to send you a feather, because you have received them before. Well, it is them. They're sending them to you. And they say that they have your little baby in spirit.
A little girl.
Yes, that's right. She looks just like her mummy, and she is saying she's called herself Rachel, but if you want to change it, that's fine. She loves you. And she is growing in the spirit world, and she will help you too. Well, I will let you know who your spirit guide is. His name is Eamon. Yes, he's an Irish gentleman. Yes, well, he is your guide and your twin soul. He loves you endlessly. Of course. Yes. You still love her. You are, one might say we are not here to judge, but you are further forward spiritually than she is at the moment. I think that she doesn't really particularly understand it. She questions things, but I think that she has gone away to find herself. And you may find that later on you will come back together to finish things off before you may go your separate ways again, and then the love of your life will come in. You are welcome. Bless you, my dear.
Thank you. You inviting one more person?
One more, yes.
Yeah, and
Oh, we have quite a lot of requests now.
I knew you wouldn't have any shortages.
We don't usually ask personal questions, as you know, Jonathan, but there is a lady desperate to get through called Chantel asking, is my nan okay with my granddad in spirit? And can she still be with me too?
She can be here, there, and everywhere, my dear. They can bilocate. And bilocation is, when you think several thoughts, you're bilocating your mind. But because we are the consciousness, we don't have the entrapment of the physicality. So therefore, we can be anywhere and everywhere with our thought, because we are the thought. And so they are together dancing in the spirit world.
Thank you. I think we're going to let another person join now.
So the last person that we're going to have for this evening will be Jackie. I'm just accepting your request now. Jackie should hopefully receive that.
Yes. And she is the last one, I understand. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hello, my dear. I'm so happy to see you.
I have this. I've had a reoccurring dream for numerous years. I was wondering if you could possibly shed some light on it. It's regarding a very tall, old building that has many, many rooms, and I seem to be able to go into different rooms at different times. But I
Yes.
never seem to come to the end of it. Could you shed any light on this, please, Jonathan?
Did you say this was within your dream state?
Yes.
Yes. Well, in some ways, you're looking at the many realms, aren't you? You are also looking at the many layers of yourself, many layers of your life, who you are, the way you are going in life. So there are many, many facets to you, many layers to you that you are and you have been and you will be. So see, that's what you're experiencing. Most of these messages or most of these experiences that you have are symbolic. So those are the layers and layers and layers of realms and layers and layers and layers of you. That's what it is. Yes.
Could you also, Jonathan, could you possibly give me the name of my guide, please?
Edward, yes. That's
Thank
right. His name is Edward Hampton, and his middle name is Peter. Do forgive me, it is Hamilton. He has just reminded me. Edward Peter Hamilton.
Is he
Have
from
you got that?
Scotland? Yes, is he from Scotland?
I do believe he has connections to Scotland, but he was living in England. Yes. I know that Scotland at the moment is part of England, but in the future it shall separate into its own little compartment, its own country. Looking at it from that point of view, yes. But your guide,
Um,
going back to the spiritual side, is standing right next to you. He is there with you, and he is waiting for you to accompany him and go on your spiritual journey. And he is saying, we shall draw, we shall write.
what direction do you see my spiritual journey going forward, Jonathan?
That's what you will do, draw and write,
Okay,
clairvoyantly, yes.
okay, I do that. I actually do that at present.
Yes, that's right, but it will get even stronger. Trust in your intuitiveness, because that is also going to become stronger, as it is with many that are awakening. Trust in your first intuitiveness that you get. You will
When
be
you've al-
receiving more. Yes. I hope
when
that helps you.
It's lovely. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Thank you for your time.
You are welcome. Well, I'm going to take my leave if that is okay with you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight, and we apologise to anyone whose messages we didn't get to. But we have enjoyed it tonight, so we will be back on here, I'm sure.
I will be delighted to join you again.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone that's joined, and we hope you enjoyed it.
God bless you all, and good night, and a Merry Christmas.
Ah. Ah, thank you, everyone. I'm sure your nan is okay, Vicky. They are in the spirit world. Talk to her any time you want to. She'll listen. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. We will come on again. Oh, I'm still a bit vague at the moment. So we hope that you all got something good from it. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and a happier New Year. And take care of yourselves, all of you.
Then we do have a couple of people asking about readings. Elaine does do private readings. If you go onto her website, which is www.elainethorpe.com, you have the option to book in for a reading through there, and there's all of the information regarding pricing and times, and for group readings as well as individual ones. So if you would like a reading, please feel free to see the website. The link is also in on Elaine's homepage as well.
All right, thank you, everyone. What have we got there?
So thank you all for joining us.
Good night, everyone.